Hello, this is Davide Biocchi speaking, and here I am with my weekly intermarket analysis. Let's start as usual with the euro dollar that today is showing us a dollar really stronger than the euro. So look at what is happening today. But why is the market doing that after 2 weeks in which nothing happened? Well, this is because of the expectation for the release of the CPI data of Germany that will be, will be public later today. And the expectations are for a less than expected, CPI, because prices are going down probably stronger than what the situation is showing us, and that's why the euro lose value compared with the dollars, because in this case it is expected that the ECB will be less aggressive, and that's why immediately after people think that maybe the rate interest will not be increased, will not be hiked as expected, and so the euro will become weaker than the dollar, and that's why they sold. But let's see what is happening also on other securities like the commodities. Let's start with the crude oil. The crude oil is back to the price of 80 and on the path of maybe potentially reach again the level of 82, where there is a strong resistance, as we can see. Let's say after that we have for sure 93 as the next resistance, and we have below 76 and 71 as main support here. So it's very easy, because if you trade this commodity with horizontal level, it will work perfectly. Let's discuss also about the gold, that is doing really good today. The gold is really strong, especially because it is used by central banks to protect themselves, especially because they have a lot of assets in bonds, and bonds went down during this year. So they start, finally to buy some gold to protect themselves. So the situation is that we have very clear level. We have 1,725 more or less with support, 1,780 historical level and support. This level is 1,730 resistance that was violated recently, and above this level the next step is 1,870. So more or less the market is probably going to reach that level. On the other side we have very clear level of support, and this one around 1,730 must be added, because it's the main one around here. So this is for what regarding commodities. But let's come back to the stock indices, on which we have the European ones that are in busy with the breakout. So there was a breakout this morning because of this expectation that was reflected also on the euro dollar currency pair. And let's say this is the Germany DAX, and it become, let's say, interesting to see that there is a possibility to see this market back again to the previous level of 14,600, that in short terms is the most relevant resistance. Later we will discuss about 14,800 to 15,000. That will mean, let's say, going back into a previous era in the market, but this is not. This is yet to come. In between, we have, let's say, a sideways that is more or less this one, that we will see will continue in short term. We have also the stock 50 that has a very similar chart. For sure, here we have a price of 4,000 more or less that is working as a resistance. Same situation, we have a sideways here, and the breakout went through this morning. So let's see what is going to happen during the day, especially when the data about inflation will be released. Let's say in that case we can see even the market coming back. For what concerning the US situation, let's say that the Nasdaq already arrived and touched the support that is working really strong around 10,500 to 600, more or less around that level. And so we can expect this market to react, And why not? Maybe to reach again this level where the market rebounded. Don't, let's say, forget that in between we have quite several and important level of resistance. The first one is this one, and it's really interesting. So let's see what is going to happen. The S&P 500 is more or less on a different story, because was unable to reach again the minimum here that we have around 3,500, even if we have seen 600, even if we have seen 3,500. It's a large trading range, about 700 points, and we have intermediate level very strong. So first of all, we have this 4,150, that is a main resistance, but also 3,900 is a resistance here, and also 3,750 that was recently, let's say, retested, is working, strongly. So the situation is that, will the market be able to go above a price of 3,900? Well, in that case, we will continue this range. Otherwise, there's a possibility that we continue in this present small sideways, waiting for the job data coming later this week that will tell us the real story. So this is enough for today. Thank you very much for being here. This is Davide Biocchi from Italy. Ciao, ciao. Bye-bye.